What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is yours truly, Fitz. How you guys doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day. And a little bit different video today. We need to talk about Pokemon Sword and Shield and how the community is really reacting to basically newfound evidence that GameFreak has lied to the Pokemon player base about Sword and Shield. So let's go over what people are saying, because this is trending all over Twitter. I mean, it's huge. So let's go over what the issue is, and then I'll give you my thoughts on the fact. So let's get into it. So some of this stuff obviously is not relevant. Some people are just kind of making fun of some of this stuff. So if you haven't already, typed in @GameFreakLied or hashtag GameFreakLied on Twitter and look what people are saying, because some of it's funny. So let's look at something like this. Let's go ahead and actually save this so we can look at it. People make some really good points about this stuff, and I just was not aware of this until literally like this morning. So first off, Pokemon were removed. The number of usable Pokemon have been cut. Only less than half of them are usable. It seems that you won't be able to use these Pokemon in the new games. So, as many of you know, there's only 400 Pokemon that you could use. Only the starter evolution line of Charizard from Gen 1 is put into the game. That means no Blastoise, no Venusaur. I know a lot of people are upset about that. This is the one that upset me the most. And by the way, in case you were going to ask, I am not getting Pokemon Sword or Shield. I am not going to be playing them. I sold the Nintendo Switch. I really just wanted to play Let's Go Pikachu. So I'm not going to be playing these. And I'm kind of glad I'm not, due to a lot of these reasons. So moves were removed. Again, this is the one that I was most upset about that I found out today. Just like the Pokemon cut, about 144 moves were removed. 99 moves, excluding the Let's Go and other outlier moves. This includes extremely important and used mainstay moves like Hidden Power, Return, Frustration, and Pursuit. And even apparently some exclusive moves or signature moves for Pokemon were removed as well. Mediocre graphics. The game graphically quality looks inferior to games released years ago to the Nintendo Switch. Textures have low quality and distant sceneries look unfinished. So basically people were compared to this, like, look at Breath of the Wild, look at I think it was Starship Ocean that just came out, or no, it was Dragon Quest. I think it was Dragon Quest. They look fantastic just on the Switch. Something that we were kind of looking forward to is that Pokemon Sword and Shield would look fantastic on the Switch too, but apparently that is not the case. I will say that's a little upsetting because I'm a graphics guy, and a lot of people are too. Graphics are fantastic, especially on a handheld, when you can make a game look so good. So next up is bad animations. Most of the animations are copied and pasted from older games, including character animations. Some Pokemon attacks don't match the move's name, like Scorbunny headbutting with its feet. Wow, that's interesting. Cutscenes and restrictions. Like previous Pokemon games, the cutscene and story forcing and restrictions are insane this time around. It seems to be even more intrusive and in your face than before at times. That's okay. I don't mind that. More graphical issues. There's constant graphical issues, not just low quality graphics. Pop in as present at all points of the game due to bad coding. Trainer models will also disappear mid-battle when an attack with a high number of particles is used. That was rough to read. Holy cow. Catching restrictions. You won't be able to catch Pokemon in the wild areas or higher level Pokemon until you got a badge allowing you to do so, which usually covers your current level. Removed past features. Removing old features so they can become one-of-a-time gimmicks, but unlike earlier titles, this new game doesn't add anything new except Dynamaxing. There is no global trade system featured. I know a lot of people are going to be upset with that. And it's the easiest and shortest game ever created. The game is able to be finished in just 16 hours in slow pace, with players reportedly taking less than 14 hours to beat the game. The game is easier than previous titles, with your party being fully healed many times after route battles. Wow. Okay, so that's pretty big news, right? Let's see what other people are saying. Someone just broke their Switch. That's hilarious. IGN's giving it a 9.3, and people are furious. Oh wow. If you're against GameFreak, lied, and need a car, I'll sell you mine. It's missing some wheels, the engine doesn't work because I didn't have time, money, or the staff to fix it, but apparently stuff like that shouldn't bother you. Discounts. There was some really good actual things I saw about the game though. These are some of the most recent ones. So here's something that's interesting. I think this is from the I think this was the GameCube game, like one of the Coliseums. Check this out. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Okay. It's just a demo. This game is not out yet. Game footage is not final. Several months later. Wow. That really doesn't look that great, does it, guys? Interesting. Fact. Criticism is not toxicity. Fact. Having standards for a $6 product is not entitled. Fact. Game Freak lied about the models being remade. So that's one of the things. And let me see if I can find it. Here it is. So Game Freak went out and literally told publishers that publish articles that we have to create new models for the game and not reuse past ones. That's why they're only using 400 Pokemon. That turned out to be a lie. Someone exposed them, found out that every single model in Sword and Shield was exactly the same models that they used in the previous handheld games for like Sun and Moon. Exactly alike, and that's why people are peed off. They are so upset because Game Freak literally lied to all of us, including publishers of articles like Kotaku and many of other big-time article writing companies. That is why people went off. And we are going to go over this here in just a second. But I just want to lay some perspective so you guys are getting an idea of why people are so upset. And from what I'm seeing, because I'm not getting in the game, so this is like a third party looking at it, it seems to make sense why people are upset. I mean, Pokemon fans have grown up their whole life playing this game. So when Pokemon Stadium had better animation than Sword and Shield. So let me see if I can... Okay, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Dragon Quest on Switch, 100 plus hours worth of content, 700 plus monsters with tons of unique and charming animations, great story, Pokemon, removing half of the Pokemon for better animations, mediocre graphics, and lying to customers. So this is what, it was Dragon Quest, right? Look how good Dragon Quest looks like. That's how Pokemon Sword and Shield should look like. Look at the difference. I don't get that. All the capabilities for Sword and Shield were literally there, and they didn't do anything. Here's Double Kick. Look at the animation. Why was the animation... Why was the animation so bad? Let's look at that again. It just jumps. There's no like kick. It's a kicking bunny. Here's some other animations that were found in the game. Check this out. Look at here. They're the same. Pretty upsetting stuff from someone who's followed the game so much. Pretty much their whole life. So let's look up one last thing on here so we can close this out. The number of Pokemon in these games have been cut. We know that. Without any signs of implementing the remaining Pokemon to these games for a patch or DLC. 144 moves were removed. Mega Evolutions as the moves have been removed from these games, making many Pokemon that made it into the games suddenly quite useless. The plot of these games are, even for Pokemon standards, exceptionally fall short and shallow. They use the same tropes as Sun and Moon. Yep. The textures of these games are beyond mediocre, lack polishing and other visible effort. There are only a few to none new quality animations. The Dex Cut was an attempt to create new meta, which will be dominated by new and older power creeps. Interesting. There are constant graphical issues. Most of the animations used in Pokemon Trainer date to games back, such as Sun and Moon and X and Y. Wow. Games are filled with unskippable cutscenes, restrictions, and hand-holding is as prevalent as ever before, with the routes of Victory Road assembling. Interesting. There are games not designed around the forced EXP share and make the players quite quickly overpowered. EXP shared is standard now. There is no post-game content outside the rehashed Battle Tower and raid battles. In fact, the Battle Tower of Galar is inferior from previous Battle Tower analogs. It doesn't have super single nor super doubles. It has no triple battles and there's no tower bosses. Oh wow. Not able to catch Pokemon in the wild until you get a badge. We talked about that. There was disastrous implications for random shiny Pokemon since OW animations of Pokemon don't show, open world animations of Pokemon don't show if the Pokemon is shiny or not. This means that on top of the badge limit, you also got this as a potential problem. Dynamaxing is limited gym battles and plot related fights, thus virtually making the removal of Z moves and Mega Evolutions unnecessary. Scaling of the game is bad at best, even though Dynamaxing is about the size of the Pokemon. Wailord being smaller, we just looked at that. No global trade system, which is crazy. Pokemon Home is used as a scam to lock away global trade system and to store Pokemon that didn't make it into these games. There are many instances of the games using wrong or badly polished battle backgrounds. The game's soundtrack is filled with unharmonic sequences. The fact that some instances where no soundtrack is used despite of the importance of the event. Wow. Many Pokemon are this time around shiny locked, including the starters and the legendaries. Oh wow. The entire world of Sword and Shield sometimes freezes. Wild area of these gamers are underwhelming at best. Wait, the wild area of these games, okay, are underwhelming at best and hideous at worst. Wow. There are no animations reflecting other similar actions despite previous games including them. Cities are mostly empty. Extremely shallow use of Britain as the main inspiration of the region. Fishing is still restricted to specific areas similar to Sun and Moon. Unbalanced selection. It just goes on. Look at this. I mean, need I say more? Just go on Twitter and literally type in the hashtag GameFreak lied. So what do I think? Would I play the game? The answer would be yes. Would I play it? Would it still be fun? Probably. But is it what it should be? It's not. Well, I mean, we can all agree on that. Because it's Pokemon, people are going to love it still. People are going to buy it still. People are still going to enjoy the game. Because it's Pokemon. Pokemon's enjoyable. But you can't argue the fact that this isn't what it was supposed to be. And I think that's going to be my final take on it. Would I play it? Yes. Is it upsetting that's not what it's supposed to be? Yeah, absolutely. Especially with today's technology and things that you can do in games is absolutely incredible. And the things that some of these game companies are doing with the Nintendo Switch in their games as is. I mean, for Lord's sake, you're able to play The Witcher 3 on the Nintendo Switch. That's absolutely insane. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Be a part of the Fitz City fam. That's it, the boy Fitz City. I'm signing off. See you guys in the next Pokemon Go video.